And I believe in free will. This is something we've talked about in the past.
Right.
Robert Sapolsky here at Stanford wrote a book called Determined, A Life Without Free Will. And his thesis is that we as humans are basically an evolution of biology, and we're synapses that fire based upon external stimuli. And he basically says we have no free will. You fell in love with your wife because you like how she smells. And I would argue that maybe you like how your wife smells. I certainly like how my wife smells. But you stay married and you launch children over decades because you put in the time and the energy to actually make a relationship and a home and a family work. I think it's the same thing is true inside of a company. We have a free will that we can choose to be exactly the leaders we want to be. We can hold people accountable and see their whole self. We can manage internally and externally, or we can choose to only do one of those things. I'm going to argue that's a choice we make. And so I'm a big believer of free will and our ability to be exactly the leaders that we want to be.